Okay, so I have a white light board where the light is passing into the glass and out through the writing. And it illuminates that writing by having that light pass through it. We can kind of think of the writing as sort of like a filter. And so when light passes through this blue square, you see a blue square. The blue light is getting through. When it passes through the red square, you see a red square because the red light is getting through. White contains both blue, red, and green, so all three of those. And there's no green light getting through, is why we see blue. And there's no red light getting through that blue square, which is why we see blue. And there's no green or blue light getting through that red square, which is why we see red. So the light passes through similar to a filter. So the writing on the board is acting like a filter. All right, so what happens if I change the color of the lights? What if I change the color of lights to red? So make your prediction. What will happen to these two squares if I change the color to red? All right, well now only red is getting through. So nothing gets through that blue square and it looks like a black location. And with my black background, it blends into that black background and the red does get through. So we see that red square. What if I change the light to blue? Well, the opposite happens. We see the blue getting through in that blue square, but the red square seems to disappear. Again, nothing's getting through in that location, and it looks just like my black background. What about green? Well, green's not going to get through the blue light, and green's not going to get through the red light, so if I change my light to green, both squares disappear. Okay, well, what if I use one of the secondary colors? What would be your prediction if I changed the light to yellow? All right, I'm going to change the light to yellow. Well, the blue square disappears because it's not letting that yellow light, which is red and green, through, thereby a black area blending into my black background. And what about the red light? Well, yellow contains red light, so we see that red square as the red portion of that yellow light passes through. What about cyan? Well, cyan is blue and green. So the blue will allow that blue light to get through, but red blocks blue and green. And so the red square, it's not perfect, but that red square disappears. And last but not least, magenta. If I turn it to magenta, blue and red together make up magenta, so both the blue and the red square appear again. Awesome. So we can kind of watch that light going all around. If I turn this to, I think it's this button, or we'll go from, nope, not that one, red, and we can watch the squares reappear and disappear as we go through the series of primary and secondary colors of light. Kind of fun. Good job.